everyone, it's Louise with Louise McCare, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to try to explain real quick what I'm doing here with this CD versus a set of coasters I haven't even shown you yet. In the set of coasters, I used an abalone shell mica powder as my last color down before the cell activator, which is probably technically not the right thing to do. And when I show you that video, you'll see how the cell activator works a little differently with the mica powder. In this one, I'm using this combination of iridescent pearl from Golden and pearl white from Amsterdam to see the effects of the cell activator on the results here. So this is some recycled scraps. And this is some thick and rich in chocolate scrap. I got to use up some of this scrap paint, so that's why I've decided to use some of this up. I mean, I have it, I might as well use it. It's not going to be any problem with all the paint that's going to get laid down on top of this. Oops. I'd rather put it down on something than let it continue to go to waste. First color down. Same as the color palette of the Fusion and the coasters. This is my Amsterdam's bluish green with Cerulean Blue Deep by Golden and some Treasure Gold Blue Quartz. Next color is Deco Art's Sky Blue Topaz with some Artez's Pearl Glacier Blue. Next color is Color Art's Wildberry. I'm getting near the end of this. And Artez's Sapphire. Next color is Sea Glass. By TLP. Love this color. It was one of my first TLPs. Golden's iridescent gold with 24 karat gold. And the last color I'm putting down, instead of the mica powder, I'm putting down Golden's iridescent pearl with Amsterdam's pearl white. And we'll see how this does different on the cell activator. This is the Amsterdam Pearl White. Oh, it's also transparent. Oh, brother. Well, we'll see what the difference is between mica powder and a tube paint. Here we go. So let me explain here. Based on the Shelley Art course, my understanding is you should not put a mica powder down last before using your cell activator. And I really didn't realize why until I actually did it, and I came up with a very different result I'll flash above here. It's not necessarily wrong, it's just different. It's as if the abalone shell just melted into the cell activator and it just kind of disappeared. For me, it was a mistake. I don't think I'll be doing that again, but it's always a learning experience. Well, I know you can't see what I'm seeing, so I have to try to communicate it. There's a huge difference. And if there's anything I've learned is maybe don't put a mica powder down last, unless I want to go for that look, which is certainly a valid choice. There's no right and wrong. There's just choices, really. I'm going to throw in here, one of the biggest tools you have as an artist is observation and taking notes on reactions. I'll talk more in a minute. But it's not just in the middle either. It's the whole piece is affected by that. These cells over here there's thousands All right, let's give this a spin. I hope that thick gray pillow is going to stretch for me. All right, and I do not want this recycled paint, so let's just give it a clean. I gotta get this centered up a little bit. Get this thing to stretch off. And this is just gonna be a little clock, but I wanted to do this test to see how the different last color makes. How the different last color makes. Yeah, that's, do I speak English? I wanted to see the difference between a mica powder and a tube paint. And I hear, you know, typically they say you want to put down an opaque last, but I don't know if that's necessarily a hard and fast rule. You know? Here's another little Shinso tip. I sometimes take some of the old paper towels out of my trash that has dried up a little bit and reuse the paper. So to expand on what I was saying before about what color to lay down last, and that typically they say that you should use an opaque, I say that all rules are meant to at least be tested or challenged because you don't know what you're going to get. And so much depends on the paints you're using, the consistency that you have, but most importantly, you've got to figure out what works for you and take note of that. Is putting an opaque down last the best thing, or is putting a semi-opaque or semi-transparent down last? Is there a certain color combination that works best? This is all part of the exploration and finding out what works best for you. Just give it one more whirl. Yeah, I got to start using up some more of this scrap paint because I've got a lot of it. I think we're going to call this done. All right. Not bad. This is where we are with this guy. So everyone, that's a wrap. Here are the final resin results before I turned it into a clock, and here are the final clock results. If you're new here and enjoyed this, please subscribe by hitting the bell and all, and you'll get all my latest art tutorials. Leave a comment, a thumbs up is also always appreciated. And I'm also linking here my clock playlist if you'd like to see other clock creations, and then here are some samples of a few as we go forward. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care. Till next time.